Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we're going to discuss 10 ways you can die in North Carolina and hopefully not die ourselves.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm trying something a little bit new this time, just to switch it up, make it a little more interesting maybe, while we discuss 10 things that can kill you in North Carolina. Starting at number 10 is creepy crawly called the brown recluse. It's actually one of 2 deadly spiders in North Carolina. A bite from this little guy can cause basically just skin lesions and, to make it sound nice, it's rotting skin. While only about 10% of these bites are serious, it's much more serious when you're dealing with children that might get bit by one of these creepy crawlies that are around wood piles or dark areas. They also like to get in old tires and in the woods that maybe somebody left, or even inside of boots that you leave outside. So give you that little tidbit of information next time you go outside to put your lawnmower shoes on or something like that. You might want to shake your boots out if you're in North Carolina. Number 9 on top things to worry about that could kill you in North Carolina is hurricanes. We generally get a few hurricanes a year, and they swing by the coast and maybe just brush up against us. But some of them get us pretty well. It seems like a lot of them just swing out wide and they end up hitting us for some reason or another, like we're a hurricane magnet. Most of the time in the middle of the state, you always get a little wind and rain. That's about it. Along the coast, you do get some flooding, some property damage, I'm sure. Don't let this deter you, though. I mean, as far as hurricanes go, I would say ours is probably minimal. If you are looking for a beach property, I'd love to help you there too, so don't let that scare you away. This brings us around to number 8 that can kill you. It's a lovely little water feature we have that are alligators and sharks. Again, we're back at the beach, I guess. But in 2021, there were 3 shark attacks. Not many, but if you're one of those 3, it probably sucks. Now, alligator attacks are even rarer, but again, you don't want to be even the first one. Most of the time, these are more of a concern with, again, like a child, or more likely pets or livestock that gets too close to water, and the alligator, comes up and has a little snack. Number 7, and you don't really think about this in North Carolina, is cliffs. On the western side of the state, part of our diverse topography is the mountains and cliffs that are in it. Seems like every year or every couple of years we have a story of someone that gets either swept down a waterfall and off the side of a mountain, or they're hiking and fall off a trail and, well, that's it. The problem is, even if you fall and you don't die immediately, most of the time you're in a remote location that it takes hours for someone to get to you to help you and to get you back out to actually get some assistance. And hopefully in that time frame you're not hurt bad enough that you then later pass away. Alright, number 6 is snakes. Now put snakes at number 6 because we have 6 deadly snakes in North Carolina. First couple national stats. About 7,000 people are bitten by poisonous snakes every year in the United States. However, 57% are people that are handling snakes. So, I mean, your chances are drastically reduced if you just, don't handle snakes. Now, 27% of those bites are intoxicated. Not meaning the snakes have been drinking, but some idiot thought it was a good idea to have a few booze and, hey guy, let's go handle some snakes. Again, refer back to my number 1 rule of don't handle snakes. In 2018, Wake County actually got number 1 in the country for snake bites. So if you don't like snakes, you might want to avoid that county. Now, I don't know if this means that they have more snakes or they drink more. I'm not sure which. I think it's probably because of the buildup, and they're continually expanding into the rural areas, and they're just impeding on their territory. Most bites occur by baby copperheads. They come out around August or October in North Carolina, and they're harder to spot because of their size, and from what I have been told, don't know if it's a myth or not, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, that they don't control their poison as well as a larger snake. Number 4, this cute little creature is called the kissing bug. It sounds like, hey, how bad could the kissing bug be? But this little creature feeds on blood. The problem comes that this little creature will get on the lips of sleeping people to feed on the blood in their lips, and they end up, the fecal matter of the bug actually has a parasite in it that will get into the body, obviously because they around their mouth. And in the first phases, they just feel tiredness and body aches. But in stage 2, the parasite can actually have more deadly effects, such as heart problems. Number 3, we got another bug in North Carolina that is the black widow. Now, obviously, this one has a little bit more menacing name to it, so at least you got something to look out for. Much like the brown recluse, they live in dark places, damp areas, and most of the time where I find them a lot is the water mains going into houses. You know, you got to check the regulation or turn the water on and off, and you'll see them in there. And again, I guess it's a dark place in the middle of the yard, so they seem to want to hibernate in there.
That brings us around to number 2. Number 2 on our list is ticks. Yeah, that little brown bug that likes to bite you and hold on, that you may have taken off of a dog or maybe even yourself after a long hike. These little bloodsuckers can be sometimes near impossible to find or even spot, but they can carry some big diseases. Lyme disease is probably the main thing that ticks are known for, but they carry many other diseases that they can transmit on to humans. Lyme disease can be a long and debilitating illness for a lot of people, but it can also be treated. So keep that in mind. Between 1999 and 2003, there were only about 114 deaths due to tick-related diseases or ticks. So your chances are very rare from dying from one of these, but hey, they're still annoying. That brings us to number 1. The number 1 thing on our list is drunk drivers in North Carolina. Unfortunately, every year it seems like there's an average and very consistent number between around 350 to 400 deaths every year related to drunk driving. Wake County ranks number 1 in accidents related to alcohol. I don't know if they're driving to the hospital to get anti-venom from handling all those snakes they handle apparently in Wake County. Or what it is, but I'm guessing it's probably population, because number 2 is Mecklenburg County, and that's for deaths in the state. Now, they're in Charlotte, so again, higher population, so generally they've probably got more accidents. And I'm gonna guess and say it's probably more deaths because there's a lot of highways in that area, and higher rate of speed, you got a better chance of dying. Hopefully a couple of you hypochondriacs enjoyed these 10 more reasons for you to worry about moving to North Carolina. And I look forward to seeing you in a couple of these videos here too. Until next time.